Hello. Do 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 do. Ooh, it's a spicy beverage. Spicy beverage. Let's get this party going. Got my marg by my feet, so I cannot spill it. Welcome back. We're gonna go to Groundbreaker.
Captain, do you know how outstanding, Captain? Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
How I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. The contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. Could be. Reckon I'll never know. You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one that ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends it. It's just that when he looks at me, sorry, it's not like I think it a fake. When they come in here, when they leave, they're mad at. Am I?
All right. Nice. Alright, let's go to Groundbreaker.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an
spicy beverage.
A communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. Your marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you...
Okay. See how my quests are all completed. Alright, here we go. I want to go here. And I want to go here. We are on Terra 2. We want to go here.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Can we chat?
thingy from my quarters. Where's my quarters? That's the bathroom. There we go. Shrink ray. Okay, so now we've got glasses, shot for old records, pillars, some movies that way. Alright, so let's go into the world here.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing this by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Figure both. Sunshine makes me happy. You're talking about good times.
Just checking your ship, Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space.
Hey, no offense, but I don't think this walking Saltuna can's gonna appreciate you interrupting.
Keep talking, Millstone. See what happens. Now's not a good time. I'm dealing with a problem here.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want to truncheon through your teeth. Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss. Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Access to that information is above my pay. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. It goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Sitting around drinking... Glad to help.
Man, I hate the cops.
All right. Offense. You'll find her in the rep. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade. I got a preference for the law. You need anything else? Be seeing you.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a waste. Land. You're hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more...
Okay. Let's go to Phineas's. Let's go to Phineas's lab. Let's do that first. I changed my mind. We got some missions. Oh well, we can't go anywhere because it's impounded. All right, so we got to do some stuff. All right, never mind. Let's. I'm gonna go Udon Bedford first.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
Well, sorry about the heat. Oh, and it's not a lot of slogans to keep track. Heard of it? My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
If you did, that'd be good, actually. They could use the help.
And if you do, please don't mention us.
I'd have to go over my contract, but I don't think I'm a... So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too. I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division. You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice! Taste the freedom! Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just... I can see all of it. Top quality merch. Spacer's Choice regrets. Spread wash, mouth. Don't miss out on these deals. You'll trouble sleeping? Try our... The blast will send you through this. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and at Spacer's Choice, we can't. Even if my contract didn't forbid it. Now, are you ready to make... damn it. Slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job, it may not seem like much to a... If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life. It's fine. Speaking of interest, Can I have a look?
Are you listening to me, Emperor?
You should give our latest product a try. Ollie Ollie Toxi-Free. Don't take my word for it. See for yourself. Got you too? Yeah. Looks really good on you. What a snug fit on your giant.
You think he means it?
As a consumer-facing representative of Spacer's Choice, I'm obligated. Wear it with pride. Have a look.
Are you listening to me, Emperor?
You can't keep... I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Okay, so we're not going to do that right now. What we are going to do... update our perks. I'm going to select a... not going to do that. I'm going to get Jesse in our crew. Not Jesse. What's her face?
Can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Allowing spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
To the last ratchet on button time. Leave me in peace. You hull-headed quack. What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over. Should have known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please, talk to Bedford. Tell him I can pay, a part of it, and I'm a useful person to know. Just ask Ellie. Surely you wouldn't drag me before him. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Alright. Save game. I wanna fuck some shit up.
Look, I wasn't crazy about Jessie either, but did you really have to go and kill her? This is just great. Now I'll never clear my debt. Thanks a lot, psychopath. Don't you have people to know?
Okay, so I don't want that. I wanted to see what would happen though, so that's what happens. But I do want to do this.
Could I have a word with you?
No, you may not. We're stealing some shit.
Any word on Jessie? Let's just say she did me a favor, and now I owe her. So, did you find... Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
This is the guy that I wanted to talk to first anyways, because
Go
fuck
back to the
Flash, she
Xan.
sucks.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch it.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Okay, so this is an important part of the game.
I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells. He tells me he will soon. I impound his ship. He explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Oh, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I'm not sure the price of her organs will allow a profit in that case. I expect her liver is, used goods, as it were. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I be my guest?
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit? Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is deplorable conduct.
I'm the certified representative of the board's... I have few complaints. Oh. They're here to keep the peace. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independence. When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this...
As this office is the... Ask away.
Also wanna fuck some shit up. So we can save over that. Oops. Okay. I just wonder what would happen if I killed them all. If I managed to kill them all. And try it one more time. Because why not? What do you get if you kill them? You know? Ah. Yeah, that went too fast. I'm gonna try one more time.
Captain, I was hoping for a...
Oh my god. Alright, moving on. I'm gonna make a drink.
There's something weighing on my mind.
Yeah, Vicar.
What do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of you.
Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful values and pride. Military service does not mean to build one of our
There's really nothing in there. Nothing in here. Cool. Okay. Do you think anybody knows that I killed him? I wonder.
seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. C&B Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borston Baked Beans is the only one.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie.
One of the orderlies told me Jesse's out already? You really do work fast. Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Alright, now let's talk to Gladys. Let's see how this issue with what's-his-face affected me.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week. Gracious. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. You've certainly been blessed with an abundance of sass, haven't you? But it's your interstellar currency I'm interested in, not your nethers. Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light on the wallet, too. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms, do you know Edna over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. Yes, dearie, take that darling ship of yours down. Shouldn't be too tough for a... What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? Ask the common folk? Because that's what the board... I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony. Anytime so...
Okay, keep them quiet.
that? Don't let me catch you around here again.
Alright. So then the question is, did I get the nav key? So I didn't even check on what I stole.
Why was I built to feel ennui?
No. The answer is no. Okay, so now I've collected my quests. I know what it's like to kill both what's-her-face and Udam. I think I'm going to stick with just killing Udam, see how long I can go without making a terrible mistake on that end. So let's get out of here.
This is Halcyon Noob. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertising.
Hotter than usual in here. Hope we're not catching Junlei on a bed.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those beer. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different. Dr. Fenhill,
I hope you've reconsidered my op.
I'm trying to live a more balanced life.
I already knew it'd be easier to teach an automac heart surgery than to change your mind.
They're risky, but the odds are still a little better than waiting for certain death.
We don't see a lot of competition.
I don't like to put a label on things.
If you ever decide to settle down, there's a home for you on ground.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay.
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Groundbreaker's radiators need only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker, the board isn't helping, and my resources are reasonable, huh? According to my grandmother's old... Hold on. There's something you should know. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned, and a haven for miscreants now. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase.
I mean, come on, you gotta find out, you know?
That wasn't right. Killing the chief in cold blood? She was working to do right by her people. What did she ever do to you? Are we gonna get in trouble today? Not that I want to, just seems to happen around you. That's all.
Rizzo's purple berry.
Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhill. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking Yes, just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best at... What? Thanks, boss. I'll just gather my...
Wow.
I just want to see what what's her face has to say, and then I'll reload, and then we'll get the show on the road.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen will be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it? That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
So you're gonna call her it, not she?
Though my voice is currently pitched to suggest female, I possess no gender. Any pronoun preferred by the user is acceptable.
Progressive.
Hello. I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing. I am at your disposal, Miss Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
Okay, so that seems a little anticlimactic.
Something busted, Captain? What? You want me to leave? Oh.
Okay. I want to keep those. Missions open. So I'm gonna go back. So nothing really happens if you kill Junwei. Bavardi doesn't feel anything. It's sort of upsetting. Alright, let's take a look at our missions. And then I can go to I don't want to botch anything here.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
No sudden moves. This guy's crazy, even by my standards.
Look at this ripe piece of meat. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Burning to death is one of the most painful ways to go. Just in case you needed a reason to get us out of this.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. You stumbled into my court without an invitation, neighbor from... No one turns their back on me.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I gotta get some ammo first. Buddy. My cat is just too cute. Getting kinda late. Let's find a different mission. Alright, let's do this one, and then let's do that one, and then let's go here.
Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhill. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Hey, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully? You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh!
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into... Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Yes, Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. You're serious. You're giving me a shot. I put together a little... Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list... No, wait. Firstly... second. That motto is it's a work in progress. Wow. Thanks, boss. I'll just gather my personal...
Well, this'll be interesting, huh?
Alright, let's go to... I'm gonna talk to what's-her-face. Oh, yes, I get the woolly cow.
No more fertilizer shipments be brought on board. Who keeps ordering these?
This doesn't happen all the time. It's like a random thing.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my data pad, and well... she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? She rhymed compression alternator with aches to meet her. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. And the trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... they were... I don't know. Junlei talked about the... Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Come on, Captain, this is no time to be fooling. I'm full serious. Next time we're...
Alright, Phineas's lab, here we go.
We have successfully arrived at... Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Oh man, I gotta make another drink. Oh fuck. Last drink of the night. Maybe. Probably. I'll make it a little heavy. Shit. Bar's looking a little light.
Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud. I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink. Oh, thank the Lord. Your skin hasn't. Right. Welcome to my little, habitations. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I could... Of course. What's on your mind? Never know what I've known. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper. Absolutely. Let's talk. No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Why don't you just invite the entire colony? No, for what it's worth, I picked you out of the hope for your talents after all. It's only natural that... That's odd. I'm at least 65% certain my tone was sufficiently sincere. Perhaps the glass is distorted. Of course, I'll be here, as usual. Armored glass? Not bad, eh?
There's something else I was able to interact with, but I can't remember. Alright, so it's just a shrink ray. Shrink ray's dumb.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
So then I says, fine, I'll pay you back for... Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon by trade. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. It's a mix of whatever you've got on. I'll make you one some... Sure do. Some of it was even There's a lot of business that goes... I've done all types of work. Glad to hear it. It's worked for me. Well, my blood... That about covers it. Oh, come on. That's... Look, the thing I'm all for making a few big... No complaints here.
Good to see you, boss. Didn't I tell you? Honestly, I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stoke. That's what they... The word's a tough... Same... Hauling boxes was... Good. But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a toss ball... Oh, I can do... I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, Thanks for listening.
Okay, what am I doing? Let's go here, Roseway.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? As you wish. I have lots of them. I prefer to think of it as when I simulate traveling the system with you. Do you know what it feels like when, as you may be in our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by... How can I be of assistance? I'll be here.
You get into conversations that you don't really need to care about. Okay, back to Terra 2. Roseway.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
A word, Captain? This Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who... What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town cut up in shady corporate If you say so, I'm keeping... Anyway... No security. Not that I'm complaining.
Alright, here. I wanted to go do a thing. But I gotta go outside the Roseway landing pad to do it.
Hell of a welcome. Looks like we missed the fun.
What? I'm Anton Crane, the lead scientist here. I must apologize if my call diverted you. I may have panicked. Everything's under control now, though, truth be told. Yes, hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us, shot up our labs, and loosed our research subjects, the Raptidons. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well, you have a point there. It most decidedly cannot make the situation any worse. All right. We were tasked with formulating a new and improved dental gel. One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's digestive system, we developed an additive which we subsequently discovered to be the most effective appetite suppressant ever. Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab somewhere that can be used to put them out. The research is in the safe in my office. You'll have need of my code and keycard. The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just... That would surely lighten the weight on my conscience, as I'm held to account for the well-being of every scientist here. Too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name, as it were. And far.
I don't know about Dr. Crane's research, but we ought to find Mr. Jameson. He's got to be all alone.
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? And then make it quick, please. Oh, you aren't with the outlaws? Who are you then? Oh. What does it look like? I'm preparing a person... Why, yes. I suppose I could. Thanks. Certainly not. But Porter and his goons are busy with the outlaws and Anton's... No. Well, I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. I admit I'd feel better were they returned to me. Out the south gate. Follow the... I found an advanced... Say, you wouldn't happen to have a tube of thermal paste... Blast!
We are experiencing a security event, sir. You are? Corporate, I have strict order. Please remember, I am not allowed to. Roseway Lab.
Okay. How do I get out the door?
The ventilation shaft runs from the bottom of the lab.
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn. Vaughn Cortez. Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when we've been cooped up in here. Out of... Sure. Loyal company fella. Look. I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. I've been
Extracting how?
in certain social...
Oh, for...
What? No? I mean, yes. Sure. Of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Not the old public lab. The one... don't mention this to Anton. My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to myself. Dissection tables and whatnot. It should have been running this whole time. Just grab... Great! This is really gonna save my ass.
So, hoping to score some free samples?
If I had to look at those yellow walls all day, I'd make a point to sleep on the roof.
All right. I am probably gonna call it a night. If you've watched this, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Oh man, they're so close. Should I just try to run there? Let's see how it goes.
It's gotta be where Mr. Jameson is. Hope he's okay.
They're on us!
Mysterious doors are the funnest sorts of doors.
After you. Reminds me of my first cabin on the Groundbreaker. 4 roommates, 1 bathroom.
All together!
We're under attack!
Nice one! Don't mess with us. Hey! You! Here!
Oh, good. You're not shooting at me. That's a start. It's been a bit of a day, so I'll get to the point. Yes, I have Crane's research. No, I'm not giving it back. Sorry to disappoint you. I suppose it does not matter. Either Crane sent you, or you are some scavenger come to rob me in my moment of weakness. Let's make a deal. I'd like to go on living. You'd probably like to make some money. Help me get out of here, and I will pay you for your trouble. You mean other than the satisfaction of doing me a good turn? Trust me, I'll make it worth your while. I am good for my word. You will be equitably rewarded. Same reason you are, more than likely. I imagine we picked up the same tip. Secret research facility, abandoned town, minimal security. No, but it is a secret. Well hidden. Off the map. Any place worth hiding is worth raiding. Granted, diet toothpaste is not exactly what comes to mind when I imagine secret Diet toothpaste. Can you imagine a more pernicious example of corporate materialism? I do not know what is worse. Working here, or dying here. What matters is that I have been lied to. I was led to believe this was a high-priority corporate facility hiding valuable research. This job was not supposed to end with me stuck in some wretched lab smelling like rats. So I would be very much... You mean other than the satisfaction of doing me a good turn? Trust me, I'll make it worth your while. The first thing I need is a key card to unlock my door. Then I'd need you to clear me a path. There are 2 ways out. The quickest is through the front door, but Cleo Security's bottled up in there. If you don't want to shoot them, I suppose... The other way out is through the loading bay. But you'd have to clear out the rats for me. Then I could just slip out the back. So you lied about not knowing Crane. We liberated that research. We did not steal it. And yes, a few scientists were caught in the crossfire. Semantics. If I were consigned to spending my day... It is my one bargaining chip. If you want this research, you will help me out of... Would you rather run errands for a corporate puppet like Crane? Because Auntie Cleo Incorporated have their hands... This lab is a prison, not a place of work. Those men were not scientists. They were in... You think they had a choice? that any of us have a choice? You and I are on the same side. We both possess the means to fight back against a tyrannical and oppressive corporate regime. Then you are nothing more than a hired gun. No, say what you please. So long. You might be the first stroke of luck I've had all day. Thank you. I'm in your debt. On my honor, you will be well rewarded. Nothing beyond the purview of it. You really expect me to just let them pass? Why? So they can regroup behind their wall. Never mind. I'm obviously in... I'll help however I can. The wraps took... You'll need a keycard to unlock my door. Take your time.
Reminds me of Meta.
I would ask what was on your mind, but the answer is obviously me. Ask away. I have got nothing to... Sell it, of course. I don't have... Assuming I make it out of this place alive. I have been asking... We were acting on a good tip. From the day we are born, we are made to open. Corporations expect us to work until the day we die. No one asks why. I am doing this because I can. I would ask what was on your mind. Make it!
Oh my god. Well, that didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. Where do I load the game from is the question. 12:15, okay. Alright. I'm ending it there tonight. Hopefully I have the same negotiation with this scarred up lady as I did today. Because what I really want is to return your glass. Alright. Save game. Thanks for joining, everybody. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already.